Welcome. In front of me is a HUAWEI MatePad 12X, and today I'll go for unboxing of this tablet along with what I think is a folio case in here, but I guess I will see that in a second. So anyway, without further ado, let's just get into it. So let's cut my way in. So yep, there is the folio case. Gonna do that in a moment. First, let's start off with the tablet. Okay, typical HUAWEI fashion. We do have this paper right here letting us know that we can basically get all the applications from their app gallery, and if we can't, you can also basically get them from a tablet clone or a phone clone, whatever you have now, which allows you to use any kind of other phone or tablet that runs just normal Android with Google Play services. Download that application from there, and then using phone clone can just simply move it over. That, or easier, without needing a secondary device, you can just download the APK online. Now moving on, we have the tablet itself, which is right over here, in this just white color. Bold choice right here, I would say. Come on, boot up. There we go. I'm gonna set it to the side for now, and inside here okay, the sound is pretty good right here, as you probably heard. Anyway, inside we got our cable. Let's see what cable it is. It's a Type A to Type C charging cable. I'm gonna put it back in. Hopefully without much problem. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, Type A to Type C. And here. Oh, it's just nothing. It's a filling. Great. Right? Yep, nothing in there. Okay, so yeet that to the ground, and let's also get this open right away. There we go. Throw that to the ground as well. Ugh, the smell. Oof. Oh god. That is oof. That's not the best smell. Okay, I was expecting this to actually have some kind of hinge in it, and it's just flappy jalopy here. Okay. So the case that comes here is pretty cheap, magnetically attaches, and you just kind of like flip it like that. Okay, so it attaches magnetically at the base of it, and you have two different points, and it does attach pretty well. It's a bit wobbly, but all in all, seems to work, I think. Hello? Probably need to go through the setup first. So, flip it over. Okay, I can't go through the setup without connecting to network, so you lost me here, Xiaomi. Well, not Xiaomi, what I'm saying, HUAWEI. So anyway, let's just get started with the display. So I'm gonna move the folio case over for now and just focus on the tablet itself. So the display right here is a 12-inch display, no surprise based on the name. It's running a resolution of 2800 by 1840 pixels. It is an LCD IPS at 144 Hz refresh rate with a peak brightness of 1000 nits. It also boasts an 86.3% screen to body ratio with a pixel density of 279. That is actually a pretty decent display. Now moving on. If we flip over to the back, we have what looks to be a dual camera setup with a flash. And the main sensor is a 13 megapixel f1.8 aperture wide sensor, and then we got an 8 megapixel ultra wide that will let you record videos at 4K up to 30 frames and 1080p up to 30 frames as well. And at the front, right here, we have our selfie, and that houses a 8 megapixel f2.2 aperture sensor that allows you record at 1080p 30 frames. So those are the cameras, and if we move over to the internals, we have a 10,100 mAh battery. That is a honestly bigger battery than I expected. This device is relatively thin. It's not also super heavy, but the thinness, it's like I said, really minimal right here, what I could basically describe it as, and it comes with a pretty hefty battery in here. Also, the charging speed is no slouch either, at 66 watts of charging speed. That is obviously on a cable. Additionally, the device comes with a Kirin T90A processor, which that's the first time I'm seeing this processor, so I have no actual way of knowing what it is, how good it is, but let's do a quick Google search. Let's do compared to Snapdragon. Is there a good comparison? Oof. Oh, that's the correct one. For some reason, what I'm searching for is there we go. That's what I'm interested in. Okay, so I can't even really find any kind of info. Let's just do a straight benchmark. So on Antutu benchmarks, will it actually show it? I'm just trying to get a quick kind of look at what are we dealing with and how does it compare to other ones. Apparently it doesn't compare to top 50 processors. That's not the best kind of result right here. Either that or it's just, it should be including Kirin series, so okay, no results found. So I'm just gonna keep it at that. There is no info that I can see quickly about this processor, so I have no way of knowing what it actually offers in terms of performance. But moving on to other things, we have 256 gigabytes of built-in storage and either 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM, depending on which option you go. Interestingly enough, the storage doesn't increase with RAM apparently. There's also no expandable storage in here, so 256 is the storage that you get, and that's it. And additionally, the device is running Harmony OS 4.2. It's technically not Android, but it is, considering it's also using APKs, and it's just different skin. Android is an open source, so no matter what the US would want to do, they can just change it up and call it whatever they want. And it's just running on very heavily modified Android, but it's still Android nonetheless. So yeah. Now, anything else left to say about this? Probably the price tag would be one of the things, because this device ain't cheap. It comes at a price tag of 850 euros apparently. So it is basically on a higher end for tablets. And there are some other competitive devices that at this price range would compete with this product. One of them would be probably iPads. Even the iPad mini 2024 that came out not too long ago is like $250 cheaper than this, so, or euros, so that already kind of, puts it in a different perspective. Additionally, you have Samsung Galaxy tabs, which also will compete with this one and come with a pen included, and obviously have access to Play Stores. So there are other alternatives that might be better for you than this one, and almost all of them you can buy the folio case separately. I don't know if this one was just like a limited case where you just get the folio case with this, or whatever they're calling it, and typically the device is just being sold alone, but if it comes with it for $850, like I said, you can just get a cheaper device and just buy this kind of keyboard case separately, and still probably come up to the same price, but have a most likely a better device. Like I said, one of the things that I can't find right here is the processor speed, which will be which honestly is kind of important when you're paying 850 euros for a device. So with that being said, if this processor is like super good, then it might be a worth considering kind of choice. But in general, if you rely on Google services, then this device obviously just kind of it's completely a non-negotiable for you choice, because it doesn't have Google Play services, and it is pretty just locked up tighter than a nun. So yeah, it might not be a greatest choice for a lot of people that have grown to be accustomed to just Google Play services, and this obviously, like I said, doesn't have it. And there are other choices that offer virtually the same kind of device but with Play services, or just a better store, for instance, than this one, in case of, for instance, the Apple devices. But anyway, with that being said, this concludes the look at the device. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.